Hi, I'm Luigi Gonzalez, and my husband loves my husband's lover.
Hi, I'm Vid Harper, and I love my husband's lover. So first and foremost, I feel like I need to apologize for maybe the last episode and maybe some upcoming episodes. I edited them kind of quickly, so if there's mistakes that I didn't catch, I feel bad about it, but I've been really busy lately. Should I plug why I've been busy?
Yes.
Okay, well, as some of you may know, it's been mentioned a few times, I love soap operas. So finally, I made my own.
Yeah.
It's a queer soap on Instagram and TikTok. If you guys are interested, I'll put the link in the description. It's called Between Worlds. I shot 5 episodes. They're about 2 minutes each. And if it goes well, I will be shooting more episodes. So
It's very sexy. It's vertical. It stars former GMA star.
her name is Francesca Farr. She plays the wife of one of the main characters who is having a secret relationship. In other words, she's the lolly.
Seeing her return, like get back on the horse with acting, like it's very nice to see. She's very excited to get back to acting.
I can't believe she agreed to do it. That's all I gotta say. I am over the moon excited. Actually, all the actors. Full disclosure, working with actors is a fear of mine. I am a writer through and through, which means I am a huge introvert. I'm not the best with other people. So being a director is one of the scariest things. I have avoided it pretty much my entire life. And I said, look, I got to push myself and make this happen. And I got really lucky because the actor, it's such a cliche to say this stuff, like, oh my God, but I genuinely mean this. Like, for my first time out there, I got really lucky. The actors and the crew, it was a great set. And, I've been on sets before where things are not great. This was really everyone was just here for it. It was great.
I mean, the crew was mostly Filipino, so
Yeah.
It's the vibe is very chill, like a high stress environment, like a film set. You really do want as much positive energy as you can. So
yeah,
and like I gotta point this out. Like your crew, everyone was calling him Direct Vid.
Yes, Direct Vid.
Direct, as informal as it sounds, is a very it's a term of respect.
Yeah, I didn't know about the respect thing until afterwards. Luigi filled me in on that. Because I'm not someone that's like, call me Mr. or Sir. I'm not someone that demands respect. Don't get me started on people's confusion with respect and power. I will not get into that, or this episode will be about 4 hours long. But I liked it because my name is Vid. So it sounds like someone saying direct to video, which I was like, I like this. Anyways, if you're following along on the DVD, we're still on disc 1, chapter 5. If you're following along on YouTube, it's episode 3, starting at 34 minutes and 30 seconds.
Roughly.
And ending episode 4 around the 15 and a half minute mark. So let's get started.
All right.
The episode opens up. Vince hides the picture of Eric in a book. He longingly looks at the picture till the guard comes in and informs him a friend from high school is outside. Eric gave a fake name, by the way.
Norman, who has a friend. Oh, well.
So I was looking at the book he hid it in. It's called Faith and Fire by James Swallow.
So Faith and Fire is a book, and I can't believe how much I know about this. The Warhammer 40K universe. So Warhammer 40K is like one of the most, if not the most successful tabletop role-playing thing with like miniatures and stuff. That's not D&D, of course.
So from someone who doesn't know anything about this,
Warhammer,
is there any metaphor to this, or was it just a book?
All right, from what I know, not a connection, but it is noteworthy to point out the main characters of this book are female, and they are from like an all-female warrior cult. My theory is like it's just the house that they got, and it's a shelf, and they just picked a
random book.
However, if that theory is wrong, and the production designer knows of the lore, and they're like, oh, he's gay, and you know how you and I had to endure getting the token girl in the action figure line.
Oh yeah,
Like, I wanted the April O'Neil.
right.
Like, I got Scarlet from G.I. Joe.
Even in Super Mario Brothers, one of my favorite characters was Wendy Okupa,
Wendy.
who I have a figure in our office as of, now. She's right there.
Okay.
Yeah, that is definitely something I can relate to.
Yeah. So if the production designer was just that much of a genius, embedding that into the lore, the fact that like he kept his Polaroid of his high school boyfriend as a bookmark to this book that is very, very bro-y, but is about a group of women.
I have a theory too.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as the name, Faith and Fire. Like the belief of his faith is his love for Eric will lead to hellfire.
Oh, yeah. Also fire, desire.
Oh, this is not something that I hate, so I'm not going to save this for the end. But for anyone interested in making films, this is something that should be taught really early on, which is for some reason in film, every single thing has to matter. So if a character is holding a book, that book has to matter. If a character is wearing a shirt that says something, what that shirt says has to matter.
Yeah.
The audience is going to look for meaning. It's just, that's the way it is.
I went down a Warhammer 40K rabbit hole.
Exactly.
Like,
for something as simple as the book he put it in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's film for you.
Yeah.
While this is going on, Lolly is on the phone with her BFF, Vicky. We love Vicky, don't we?
Yes.
What did you say her name is? Or what did you say? Babaya Baklan?
Babaeng bakla.
Yeah. So she's gushing to Vicky about how perfect Vince is. Basically, Lolly says, I'm the only girl he's ever taken home. It's very rare to find a one-woman man, unlike Dad. Yeah. Which, again, we talked about this in the last episode. Honey, that's more of a red flag than a badge of honor. Vicky says, I think Vince was green-blooded.
Yeah, okay, so...
That stood out to you, right?
Yeah.
What does green-blooded mean?
I'm assuming, like, if I were to put on my speculation hat, green is neither red nor blue. And, like, back then, blue was feminine and red was masculine. But yeah, that's not a Filipino term. So apparently this is a very, 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 very like old school term. Green-blooded like goes all the way back to like Victorian times. And one of the biggest names that they would refer to with the association of green and homosexuals is Oscar Wilde.
Oh.
Yeah.
So while she's on the phone, Vince goes outside and sees Eric. We get Kula Desma singing, and when they make eyes, in the background, birds fly. In your experience with Filipino cinema, is this what we would call a happy accident, or was that planned?
That was planned.
Really?
That was planned. That's not out of the realm of possibility for that to be planned.
A staff member informs Lolly that Vince is outside talking to a friend from high school. Outside, Eric asks Vince to fist bump him. Husband hates the fist bumping. While doing that, Eric notices the wedding ring. Lolly comes out, but Vince gets her inside before he sees Eric. Eric sadly tells his friend Danny, he didn't wait for me, which, oh my God, broke my heart. Mm-hmm. Oh, that broke my heart.
Yeah.
This is followed by a sad montage of both Vincent and Eric sulking in their own environment. Once again, set to Kula Desma's One More Try. Again, never gonna not be weird, but I won't bring it up every time, I promise. Vince goes straight to Dave, and of course Dave says to leave Lolly, but Vince says he can't because they have a kid.
I want to say, yes, I know the writers need someone to say it, but Dave, I feel, has a good enough head on his shoulders to point out that, like, well, you can't leave her now, you have kids.
I will say, and this is something I'm going to complain about in future episodes, Dave and his morals are inconsistent.
Okay.
Via voiceover, Lolly informs us that Vince has been extra romantic lately. She says, I didn't know he was hiding something because he hid it well. I don't believe that. If she believed that, she wouldn't have asked the housekeeper in the last episode about Eric's past with women. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Lolly gives birth, and in true soap opera fashion, there are complications. After she delivers the baby. She basically flatlines, but in the very next scene, she's fine. Like, it literally, it's just like Vince screaming, she's flatlining. And then in the next scene, she's just resting in bed. While she's resting in bed, Vince comes in and he says, I don't know how I can raise my son if you went away.
Like he can't do it by himself. He knows he can't do it by himself.
She takes the baby home and there's a party for her. Elaine's hair is down.
Yes.
Again, everything means something in film.
Yeah.
This is one of the few times you ever see Koo's hair out of that bun.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's supposed to mean something, but again, it should mean something.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm going to see my new grandson. her hair pops out of the bun.
If you've been following this show, a lot of good things are happening, a lot of celebration. Can you guess what's going to happen? That's right, Lolly's going to sulk about Sandra. So she says it's hard for her to enjoy all this because Sandra's gone.
Yeah, I've never felt what it's like for a parent to leave you. I don't fault her for sulking. Like,
I've lost a parent. She's full of
shit. She is a mother for the first time. Like, she's got to think of her mother.
No, okay. Here's the thing, though. We have yet to see Sandra be worth the pain.
Wait, she paid for her daughter's schooling. She worked as a cleaning lady and stuff.
But she also abandoned her children the second things didn't go her way.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So, paalam po, Sandra. So, yeah, don't let the door hit you in the puet. So then the show does what it's been doing a lot.
Flash forward.
It's now years later. The very next scene, it's been years. The baby is now a couple of years old.
Also, apparently, so the baby as a newborn was Chinese.
Yeah, you kept complaining about that. You're like, that baby's Chinese.
Because what happened in the flash forward? The baby changed races. And now he's like full Filipino.
Okay, so I didn't explain this to you, but when you were pointing that out, I was laughing.
Why?
Okay, so there's a soap opera in America called General Hospital. And about, 10 years ago, there was a storyline where a character named Britta got pregnant and she told everyone that it was her friend Brad's baby. Brad is Asian. The baby's real father was a white man. So Brad kept saying to her, Britta, I'm Asian. This lie can't work. Lolly is pregnant, full on pregnant again. Vince is graduating and Lolly goes into labor.
Yeah. Oh, and remember what Elaine said?
She said it in Filipino. What did Elaine say when Lolly goes into labor?
You're going into labor now?
I love Elaine. This is followed by a montage of happy times. Their son keeps changing races. I'm reading the notes out loud. Yeah. I didn't realize you put that in there.
No, their son keeps changing races.
So everything is perfect, but Lolly says via voiceover that something's missing. While driving home, Vince spots Eric.
No, babe, that was not Eric. That was a random gay couple.
That was Eric and Danny.
That was not Eric and Danny. That was not Danny either, babe.
Okay, hold on. I'm pulling it up.
Go ahead.
Okay, here we are. Okay, he's driving home.
Uh-huh.
Wala akong kamalay-malay na ganun din pala ang nararamdaman ni Vincent. May nararamdaman din pala siyang kakulangan sa puso niya.
Moving on.
Uh-huh.
Okay, fine. It wasn't them. Was it Don Quixote?
Was it Don Quixote, babe?
That's a Simpsons reference. Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay,
because also, babe, I can't believe that you thought that was Danny and Eric, because they were very friendly with each other.
They weren't that friendly. I mean, I'm not even a touchy-feely person, and I can see myself doing that with my friends, including my straight friends. It's not, guys, you know what? On Instagram, we will put up the clip. You guys tell us, because it didn't seem that bad to me. So yeah, as you heard, Lolly says voiceover, little did I know Vince was feeling something was missing in his heart.
Yes.
In bed, Lolly asks, do you still love me? You know, the question that is asked in all healthy relationships.
My answer to that, and I'm going to quote Dorothy from Golden Girls. If you have to ask Rose, it does not matter.
Now, Vince answers the question with a question.
Maybe it's a Filipino thing. Maybe it's a Filipino husband thing.
It took about 2 years of marriage to break you of doing that. Like, no matter what I asked, he would answer with a question. What do you want for dinner? What do you want for dinner? What are you in the mood for?
No, because I am very flexible, and when you say, what do you want for dinner? Like, I have an answer for anything you're in the mood for.
But here's the thing that I am not very flexible. So if I'm asking your opinion, it means I don't care to begin with. If I wanted something for dinner, I would say, mag Taco Bell na lang?
Oh, there you go. That was last week's lesson.
Yes.
Do our listeners know that you are taking...
I'm taking Filipino lessons. It's a slow crawl, but I am learning. I digress. Yeah. Vince answers the question with the question, what kind of question is that? But of course he, assures her everything's great and fine.
Yeah, well, yeah, and what she says to him is, and we know that this is not true because she says it in her VO. She says, sometimes I want to hear you say it more. Even if in her VO she says that an I love you from him doesn't mean what it used to.
Yeah. See, yeah. So at the park, Lolly's talking with Vicky. When Vicky's on screen, it's going to be good.
Yeah, when Vicky's on screen, we all flip over to our stomachs and watch it with our hands on our...
So Vicky suggests that what Lolly's feeling is complete boredom, and the solution is for her to go back to work.
Be like a career woman like her in her fabulous dress. It's not animal print. There is a print of an animal on it. So,
a tiger.
Yeah.
I am all about this woman. So it says here in the notes that you want to talk about having kids.
You already had...
You want to do this on the podcast?
You already had...
So joking aside, you want to talk about our views on having kids.
Yeah.
I've made it very clear that I have no desire to have kids. Kids shouldn't be for everyone. And I think it's really weird that as a society across the whole world, there is this pressure to have children for everyone. Not everyone should be in charge of raising the next generation. I should not be in charge of raising anyone for the future.
Yeah, I feel like... here's my thoughts on having kids. I don't care how much you want them. I don't care how much your parents want them. If you cannot provide the perfect, smoothest, least problematic upbringing for that child, don't have kids. They don't need your generational trauma. The world, look around, does not need to be populated. So we are at a point in society where we do not have to repopulate for the sake of the tribe.
Right.
Well, we have the luxury right now to bring in the next generation reared by parents who can give them the most decent fighting chance in the world that we're about to that they're about to inherit, because this world this world is not looking so great.
I think more millennials are feeling this than any other generation, because we're the first generation, at least in a developed country, to not advance beyond our parents and actually watched the generations before us have it better. So I think it led to a lot of questions. But I like what you say, don't bring a kid into your generational trauma and all that stuff.
We're going to be seeing for the run of the show
what having kids does to you when you shouldn't be having them.
When you're having a child to prove a point, when you're having a child to make yourself happy. Both these people, Lolly and Vince, are having these kids because they have something to prove.
Right. And same thing with Evelyn. Yeah. She's having a kid to get away from her mom.
Yeah. They did not ask to be part of your
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically when someone who is having same-sex attraction has kids to prove something.
Yeah.
Every queer person has struggled with their sexuality. So I definitely understand where it comes from. There's something about bringing kids into it, though, that just, it's like, why? There has to be a voice in your head that says leave kids out of it. Like, I don't know how to say this without sounding like she had it coming, but not that Lolly deserves this, but as we've been saying with and we're going to see this even more and more and more throughout this very episode, there are 1,000,001 red flags that she is choosing to ignore. To an extent, she is making this agreement with him. Kids did not ask for this in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Well, that was heavy. Moving on. Vince takes another peek of the photo of Eric and cries. And I mean, he sobbed.
Yeah, like he needed an exorcism.
Lolly drops the kids off at their first day of school. Via voiceover, she informs us that she's very fulfilled.
That's right, Lally. Keep telling yourself that.
If anybody's ever seen Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, at this scene, like both of our minds just went to Christy Masterson going,
"We're all happily married."
That's right, Christy. Keep telling yourself that. Vince goes into a building for a meeting and in the rotating door sees Eric.
All right, so I am going to be showing my age. All I saw in that revolving door of them like staring into each other's eyes in the revolving door. Perfect Strangers. Have you ever seen the opening sequence to Perfect Strangers?
I mean, I know I have, but I can't picture it in my head.
Very, very epic theme song, by the way. And the singer David Pomerantz, Big Shock, has a very different career in the Philippines.
I like this because the revolving door is like a romantic thing for them. And my thought instantly, you went to Perfect Strangers. My thought was the last time we were in a revolving door, I locked you in it.
Oh, yeah.
Which is my form of flirting.
Yeah.
So they go around the rotating door. Vince goes inside. Eric goes outside. Then Vince runs out, yells, Eric! End of episode.
Yeah.
Are we ready for your favorite part of the show?
My favorite part of the show, This Husband Loves. So this husband loves the poetry in the VOs, the very flowery monologues that Lolly gets to do for the VOs, like especially in the closing VO. And let me just I translated it to English so that you can understand.
Okay.
As this whole revolving door mishigas is happening in slow-mo too. We get to Lolly's VO. Little did I know that just when I decided to make my family my utmost priority, at the same time Vince would be tested by his true nature. Sometimes when fate toys with you, there is no warning. You want to take the chance because it might never happen again. But know that when you stray from the path, there is no turning back. Eric!
It's really interesting that your favorite thing about this show is the voiceover, because we were talking earlier about what we learn in film school. And even though we didn't go to the same film school, I have a feeling you were taught the same thing, which is voiceover bad, don't ever use it.
Yes. However, what was taught to me, at least, if you're going to go with voiceovers, there has to be some irony. So what they're saying in the voiceovers should not be like one-in-one with what you're seeing. Like, you use your VOs to add depth.
So this husband loves, and you're not going to appreciate this.
Uh-oh.
The fist bump. The fist bump. Because you can't show same-sex attraction the same way you can show attraction between opposite sex on Filipino television at that time, at least, they had to work around it. So instead of kissing or, things like that, it's a fist bump, and we're going to see this throughout the show, and it drives you nuts. So explain why this drives you up the wall, and then I will explain why I love it, actually.
Okay.
So go.
So first of all, yes. So jumping off what you said, like, it very much does feel like a compromise. Like, this is their, okay, fine, we can't show them holding hands. Let's do the fist bump. This is the closest thing their skins are gonna get to touching. what like triggers me the most about the fist bump is like this was the time of the fist bump. This was the early 2010s, and this was the age of no homo. It's the broiest way to show affection at the time, but it's also like gives me nothing. It's like it's clunky, it's awkward, it's like that's it.
Finished?
Yes.
Okay. I will probably mention this multiple times throughout the series, but when people try to ban same-sex affection on TV, the things they ban, like kissing, anything sexual, it's very telling that they don't understand what affection is. The reason why I love this is it reminds me of how you and I can give an example to us. Most couples that have been together for a certain amount of time or have, hit certain milestones, they'll have like a way of showing affection that is not traditional. Like for us, like literally, sorry if this is too cringy, but like we'll be watching TV and I'll literally just turn to him and point my finger at him and instantly he'll nuzzle it. Like, it's just something like that. Like that's not a hug. That's not a kiss. That's not an embrace. It's our own unique way of showing affection. So when I see
Sometimes
them
I pretend to bite that.
So when I see that, I'm like, oh, that's their thing. And you can't take that away from us, even with your censorship, you dumbass people.
I mean, I like the way you think. I like the way you think, but to me, it's still like, it's still very cringy to me.
Okay. Anyways, babe.
Yeah. And this husband hates, I hate those damn children. It's not because of my position on having children. I don't believe that they shouldn't exist. However, the way those two kids are written, they're what, like 10?
No, they're probably 7 and 5.
7 and 5?
Yeah.
They're written like 3-year-olds. Like by the time that my niece was 6 years old, she had already discovered sarcasm. She has personality.
Oh, she is a pistol.
Yeah. These two kids have the personality of strawberry milk. Like, it's saccharine.
Well, I gotta say, there is no rule that says you can't reuse a hate.
Oh.
But I feel like you should have saved that because as someone who has seen this series all the way...
They're gonna get worse?
Uh-huh. The way they are written, they are dumb as rocks. Like, they are literally puppies. It's insufferable. So, like...
strap in.
If they got to you this episode, you don't know what's ahead.
Are these kids?
Yes. My turn?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. This husband hates Lolly almost dying while giving birth to the first baby. Okay. She flatlines out of nowhere at the end of the scene, and then in the very next scene, she's fine.
Yeah.
Which means all the drama happened off screen.
Yeah.
Of course, she's not going to die. It's episode 5, and it's called My Husband's Lover, for God's sakes. But there has to be something, like, the entire episode needed to be her fighting for her life and what that does to Vince. Like, if this plot was written better, what would have happened is he was going to start things up with Eric. She almost dies. That scares the life out of him. And when she comes back, like when she recovers, he has to stand by the promise that he made. That is the reason for her to almost die.
I had a much different rewrite in my head, but like, yeah, that's good. In my if she were to flatline, we give Vince a moment in the waiting room as like the doctors are working on her. Dave or his dad or Elaine comes over and then he tells them about his position. If she dies, I can't do this. I can't do this by myself. I can't raise this kid by myself. And then when she comes back too, he'll be like, oh, it's all fine. Don't worry about it. So like he made this whole promise to her, to someone else. And we know that. And he knows that. But Lolly does not.
One of the things that I took issue with, and it seems like you're rolling with it, is his conclusion was very selfish, which is, I can't raise this kid by myself. And again, it's a little inconsistent because Vince does love Lolly. Vince does care about Lolly. And so I don't think that his takeaway from that should have been like, oh my God, I almost had to do this myself, because that makes it look like he doesn't care about her. There's a Kate Bush music video called This Woman's Work. And the entire music video is a man sitting in a waiting room while his wife is fighting for her life while giving birth to their child.
Yeah.
And in that 4-minute music video, like, I'm not kidding, I will start to cry if the feelings are just right. They're able to give so much in that 4 minutes that this show failed on every level. The takeaway should have been basically that music video.
Yeah. The note behind the note here, show, is that don't cut away from the action.
Imagine if, like, I don't know, the movie Independence Day, where like you see aliens land, like fly over Earth, and then the next scene is just the last scene. I was like, oh my God, that was so scary. Like, that's what this was. Like, what? Again, I love this show. I wouldn't be dedicating this time if I didn't love this show, but boy, did they drop the ball with that one.
Yeah. So we are also on Instagram.
Yes, I might have mentioned that a couple of times.
At My Husband Loves My Husband's Lover. Please drop us a comment. Let's get a discussion going. Let's
Yeah, what did you love and hate about this episode?
Yeah, tell us all about it. Let's swap stories.
And stay tuned for next week's episode. What happens next with Vince and Eric?
What happens outside that revolving door?
And with that, I have to say, paalam po. Yay!